it's kind of an 80s tag. It's kind of has to do all with stuff from the 80s. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes here. Okay, start off. I'm trying to think of what order he did these in. It really doesn't matter the order. But the 80s TV show is where we're going to start. My favorite 80s TV show, Vidium personally picked, what did he pick? He picked a couple. He had Dukes of Hazzard and Alf, Knight Rider. He had mentioned a few. And I'm with him on the Knight Rider and the Dukes of Hazzard. I know he said Dukes of Hazzard came out in '79, but I watched that a ton when I was a kid. And that's mainly what I'm reflecting back to is the 80s, because I was between 5 and 15 in the 80s. Yeah, I'm that old, folks. And there's one show that he didn't mention, and this is my number one. I watched the shit out of this show. I remember watching it every week. Loved the hell out of it. That would be the A-Team. I pity the fool that don't watch the A-Team. I love the A-Team. B.A., Hannibal, Murdoch. We used to, go around. I'd get 3 friends together. We'd go play A-Team. You pick your guy. Everybody always wanted to be B.A. or Murdoch. Nobody ever wanted to be Face. They always wanted to be B.A. or Murdoch or Hannibal because he was the leader. But it was only on 3. I think it was on 3.5 seasons, 3 or 4 seasons max. But I had the first season anyway on DVD, and that would be my number one 80s TV show. The 80s movie would be the second one. When I think of 80s, I always think of this movie, and it landed smack dab in the middle of the 80s, and it still reminds me of the 80s to this day, and that would be the movie Back to the Future. That movie from the 80s was a classic. It's still a classic to this day, and Back to the Future would be my pick. Unfortunately, right now, I look through my DVDs. I don't have Back to the Future on DVD right now. So we're going to have to look into getting that one soon, because I kind of forgotten about it until this came up. Excuse me again. The next one, we'll go with, these two kind of go together. The 80s toy line that you remember. I remembered 2 in particular that kind of tie for me from the 80s, and that would be He-Man and the Masters of the Universe and Transformers. Vidium also mentioned Thundercats, and I had a couple of Thundercats figures growing up, and I like Thundercats as well. I actually have a Thundercats t-shirt, but I'm a little big for it right now. But if I had to really strong arm me, I'd have to pick Transformers. They were my number one favorite in the 80s. And I probably owned more He-Man stuff, but Transformers was definitely the one that I sought after more and really dug. Get out of here, cat. And, sorry, cat. And, so we'll go with Transformers. I do have some Transformers. Hold on a second. I'm going to dig some out. Hold on. It'll just take a second. Alright, I'm back. That took longer than a second. But I found this box. Let's see what we got here. I do have my Soundwave. It's totally beat to hell. It's missing the back cover and the 2 ion guns that were batteries. But it's still Soundwave. You know. Soundwave. Love the Transformers. That's sound. Grimlock. Still have Grimlock. This one's actually in pretty good shape. They want $50 for this thing at vintage stock, just like this. $50. The instructions for Grimlock. I still have these, and Grimlock was the first first one I ever got. So that's kind of amazing. This is fun, watching me go through a box of shit. This is another car I ordered off for. It's an Autobot. I don't know which one it is. Blitzwing. Oh, here's one I mailed off for. This one was really cool. You'll probably remember this one. What the hell is the name of this guy? It was this, Reflector. The camera, the three dudes that were the camera. This is the camera. I lost the flash that goes over this thing, but it pulls into three pieces, and each one of these pieces is a robot guy. Which is pretty cool. Anyway, that's about it. I'm going to push his shit back in the box. We ain't done with the damn tag video. Alright. That was fun. I think one last thing, I think, was... threw the damn paper in there. This kind of piggybacks on that, the toy line. It's your favorite 80s cartoon. And that would probably be a tie between the same two, He-Man and Masters of the Universe, and Transformers. I probably liked the Transformers cartoon more than I did the He-Man, but at the same time, I told you, I probably owned more Masters of the Universe stuff. I had He-Man, Skeletor, Beastor, Tila, Man-at-Arms, Manny-Faces, Ram-Man. I had the Castle Grayskull. I had the Walker that, the thing rolled along and then the front would swing around and it would go. I had that thing. My cousin had Snake Mountain. I had a ton of stuff. And I don't have a lick of it anymore. I don't have any of it. And it's not because I sold it off or something like that. It's just I tore it up and abused it as a kid, It had that rubber band that connected the legs together, and you'd be pulling out and break the legs, or whatever on the damn dude. So, anyway, that's my 5. And I'm going to tag a couple people. We'll go ahead and tag 3, and this is optional, of course. If you guys don't want to do these tags, it's all good. And also, because I think all 3 of these guys are like 10 years my junior or close. I'm 34, so I think these guys are like 25 around or younger. So I'm going to extend this to be not necessarily an 80s tag, but maybe a 90s tag if you're in that era, from when you were about 5 to about 15. So, and I'll put the questions in the side. So, anyway, I'm going to tag 3 people here. We're going to start off by tagging LMA 187, alias DJ LMA. Great YouTuber. You guys know him. You love him. Go check out his channel if you haven't, and sub him. And the next guy we're gonna do is Ty's Wayne, buddy. I kind of gave you a little heads up. Told you I might be tagging you. He's got some great content too. He's a nice dude, easy to talk to. We've had some conversations back and forth, and I really dig talking to him. And great guy. So if you want to do this tag, buddy, you're more than welcome. And then my third's going to have to be my boy, Big Goomba. I'm tagging you, buddy. Like I said, 90s tag if you want to do it, or 80s. If you guys dig 80s, do 80s stuff if you want. But basically, like I said, between the age of 5 and 15 is what we're looking at, basically, I guess, when you're growing up years. So, I hope you dug this, and I'll talk to y'all later.